Hey everyone, Chris here from Real Rideshare Stories. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for different things within the rideshare industry, whether it's tips and tricks for passengers and drivers, whether it's news, what's going on around rideshare and all that fun stuff, or what actually happens on real rides, whether it's crazy, fun, drunk, whatever it might be, make sure you start by hitting the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. All right, so we are going to talk about the Blueskysea B2W dashcam in much more detail today. If you are a driver, you should have a dash camera. So we're going to talk about the functionality of this and break it down in a lot more detail. Tomorrow's video, we're going to also do a comparison between the Blueskysea B2W dashcam and the Vantrue N2 Pro dual dash cam. So those are going to be a comparison. It's going to show you the differences between the video, what they shoot themselves, as well as the similarities and the differences and all that fun stuff. So make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow's video as well as we compare both those cameras. And then also the following day, we're going to do a live stream on dash cams themselves. So anybody who's been having certain questions like, should I have a dash cam, or I've heard that you might get rated lower for dash cams and all that fun stuff. So if you have any questions, comment below in any of the videos from today, tomorrow, yesterday, from the unboxing video, whatever it might be. If you have any questions when it comes to dash cams and driving, especially rideshare, comment them below. And we're also going to do that live stream video, so you can also comment during the live chat. But if you can't make that or aren't able to, and you want your question answered, comment in one of the videos, and I will make sure to write them down and go over all of those. But that also, again, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified when tomorrow's video comes out and when we do the live stream the following day, as well as all of our other great videos that we will post in the future. All right, so let's break down the Blueskysea B2W dual dash cam with infrared technology, which is great. Those three things that I said right there being a two things, I'm sorry. We're going to start off right with that. The dual dash cam. If you are driving, period, if you have your license and a vehicle, you should have a dash cam, period. It only needs to be forward facing. It's great for insurance purposes. If you get tickets, you can fight them, all of that different stuff. So yes, you should have a front facing dash camera for everybody, and especially for insurance claims. But for those who are driving rideshare, Uber, Lyft, other rideshare platforms, if you're a taxi cab driver, if you have things in your car that you want, or vehicle, or whatever you're using, and you want to make sure that what is in there, you are keeping an eye on for whatever reason, a dual dash camera is a great option, a great way to go. And if you don't have a dash camera yet, you really need one. Also, real quick, the Blueskysea B2W dashcam is continuing its sale. It's not 20%, so if you missed yesterday's flash sale on the camera at 20%, they are continuing a sale at 10%, where you can get the camera today or through November 12th. So yes, they are doing a 10% sale there. So instead of the normal price, you get to save 10%, and that's always a great thing. So yes, make sure that you click the link in the description below, and you can save 10% if you want to get this camera. All right, back to it. All right, yes, like I said, it's a dual dash camera, so it's forward facing and rear facing, exactly what you need. One of the big things also as well that it has is the IR camera ability that's built into it already. You might see cameras out there that have IR that you can purchase separately. That's not a good option because it's not going to work together in any way. It's not going to give the picture the right way. It could get too bright. It could get too soft. It's not good. But when it's built in like the B2W has, it will work together to give you the best picture the entire time you're driving and recording. So yes, it's something that you really want to have. If you were using a GoPro or your phone or, another camera that doesn't have IR and it just shoots, just normal. At night, it's not going to show up. It's going to be black. You'll get audio only, but you're going to get, some lights here or there, maybe a couple of shadows cast. You might see a face here and there, but you're not going to get the full in-depth picture of what you really need for security and what you really need for protection as a driver. So yeah, having that built in is a great function. Now into the actual functionality of the camera itself, both cameras shoot at 1080, which is great. It has different resolutions, 3 that you can choose from in the options, so you could set it whatever you want. It has the ability to shoot front facing only, and then it also has the ability to shoot in 2 different resolutions, forward facing plus rear facing. So that's up to you and how you want to set your camera up. But if you are, like I said, a driver for rideshare, where you're transporting people or things and you want something in the cabin, you really want to make sure that both cameras are on and recording at the same time. Now, its field of view for the cameras is 132 degrees on both sides. So it's a wide angle camera shot, which is great. It's going to give you everything that you see in front of you, and it's really going to give everything that happens within the car itself. So it's going to pick up me, it's going to pick up my passenger, and then it's going to pick up everybody that's in the back as well. So it does have that 132 degree wide angle lens, which is always great. You don't want something that's narrow, because a normal, say, webcam is 78 degrees. So you're not getting, you're only getting maybe that type of shot. So you're not going to get everything on the side. So like my face could get cut off where you'd only see this picture, but not this. So you want to make sure it's a wide angle. Again, it's 132 degrees. So that's a good wide angle shot. It does come with a 2-inch screen that you can see. And it has the ability to loop record, to record fully. It has wide dynamic range, so it'll pick up more details or contrast depending on how you want to have it set up. You can play with that function, see what suits you best, but it does have those few things in there. A couple of the optional accessories that it does have: it has a GPS mount that you can show, where it can be latitude and longitude, as well as the speed. So if somebody pulls you over and says, oh, you were speeding, you kind of have that proof right there in the pudding, if you were speeding or not. Again, it's just things that can back you up. Also, you can see where you are, what's going on, and it syncs up time and all that good stuff. One quick note with this camera that I've seen in the Amazon page is that you want to make sure that you have the dash camera time and date set very accurately, because if it's off, or it resets or whatever it is and it's off, you could lose recording on the camera. So make sure that it is actually set to the proper day and time, especially if you have the GPS tied with it. So the internal and the GPS, they got to kind of coincide together. One of the cool things that is with this camera too is that it has the ability to have up to a 400 gigabyte micro SD memory card, which is really good. So you can get, upwards of over 30 hours of footage on one memory card. So depending on how you record your footage, it's, that's going to be really cool. So it has up to 400 gigabytes. A lot of other cameras may be 128 or 256, but yes, this can support up to 400 gigabyte micro SD card. It also comes with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. So right off the bat, when you order the camera, it already comes with a 32 gig micro SD card. In all honesty, that's not bad. If you're doing loop recording, that's fine. That'll work for you really well. But if you're going to save your footage, 32 gig will not be big enough for you. You'll need something that's going to be a little bit bigger. If you get 128 gigabyte micro SD card, you're going to get approximately a little over 10 hours worth of recording footage, and that's probably going to be pretty sufficient for the majority of people on the road. Yes, there are going to be people who drive more than 10 hours for a shift, so you could get the 256 or something up to 400 gigabytes. So it does support that, which is pretty cool. Also, it has the option to get a hardwire kit. So you can hardwire directly into your car instead of the cigarette lighter. It does come with a cigarette lighter, micro USB-C charging. I think it's USB-C, don't quote me. But it comes with the charging cable that can plug directly into the cigarette lighter. It also has a USB slot on the other side of the cigarette lighter, so you can plug something into it, like your phone, another phone, whatever it might be. But it does have that function on there. And yeah, if you want to save footage for whatever reason, it has a lock button on there that you can press that'll record and save that footage. It will also record and save footage like a black box if it has a certain amount of G-Shock to it. So it's got that G-Shock sensor, and you can set that sensor to different sensitivities. So you can do something that's a light sensitivity, a medium, or a much more hard sensitivity. But yeah, if you set it up, you can set it up however you want, depending on what it is. Right out of the box, it's set at medium. That's where I left it. We'll see how it looks to see when it comes to recording footage. There's a lot of potholes in my area, so if I run over a pothole and see that it trips it, I might do it a little bit more. Just depends on how hard I hit that. But yeah. One of the big things too, if you remember from yesterday's video, the whole 3M sticky mount versus the suction cup mount. That's what I want to talk about right now. Yes, it comes with a suction cup, and that's exactly what I want. I do not want the 3M. That's my personal thought. It just doesn't work the best for me. If I want to pull it down, I want to clean my windshield, if I want to move it around, whatever it might be, I want to make sure I have that suction mount, just because it's going to be better for me. You might want the 3M sticky side to mount. So it does come with it. It comes with multiple sticky things. So if you do need to change it or take it down, if you change cars or whatever, it does have extra ones in there. But like I said, I do like the suction cup. To me, it works fantastic. They would have had major minus points coming from me if that was the case. All right, so yes, that's kind of the breakdown of it. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one more big thing. It does have Wi-Fi capabilities, so it can hook directly to your phone and sync up with your phone. So you can record to your phone and record a couple of different things that way through it. I haven't used that functionality yet. I've only really kind of like looked at it real quick, so I don't know the full breakdown of that. Maybe I'll talk about that in a future video or tomorrow's video if I'm able to actually kind of dive into it a little bit and use it. But yeah, it does have that ability and that functionality with it. So that is one thing. So overall, it seems like it's a great camera. Like I said, I look for a couple of things: that it has to be forward facing, it has to be rear facing, and it has to have IR. So at night when I'm driving, it'll pick up everything that goes on. So it has those three things. The expandable the expandable SD card slot up to 400 gigabytes is a cool thing as well too. So yeah, it's got a lot of cool functionalities for it. Its price point is much lower than the Vantrue N2 Pro. The Vantrue N2 Pro is usually normally at $199.99. This is $139.99. So you can see right there, it's a pretty good difference in price. And like I said earlier, they do have a sale that is 10% off if you want to click the link in the description below. All right, so now comes the real test of time. What do the actual what does the actual footage look like? And that's what I'm going to show you right now. All right, so yes, that is the footage for the front and rear during the day and at night. That is the true test of time, what it actually looks like and how it records. All the other functionality are some good bells and whistles. If you really want to see the full specs on it, make sure you click the link in the description below. Again, also, they are doing a 10% off through November 12th. So if you want to make sure you pick up this camera, click the link in the description below so you can not only see it, but you can also purchase it if you so choose. With that being said, that's the end of today's video. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you will see tomorrow's video, which is a comparison between the Vantrue N2 Pro and the Blueskysea dual dash camera. So you can see the similarities, differences, all that fun, good stuff. And then again, in 2 days, we're going to do that live stream talking about dash cams overall and their importance and all that fun stuff. So if there's any questions, comment below. Other than that, that's the end of today's video. All right, so as always, never drink and drive, always tip your drivers, and we'll see you next time.